Welcome, you mystical miracle that dared to chase your own shadow into hidden dimensions, to reclaim lost dimensions, fragments, and aspects of your consciousness, to reunite and to unify your consciousness to a singular aim. Welcome to today's journey as we dance together to explore both our individual consciousness and the collective, with the aim of unifying the totality of reality. Now, to symbolize the start of this journey together as we explore consciousness in our own ways towards the same direction, I will light this stick to officially symbolize the beginning of our journey together as we explore and learn. For that is all that is important. Let the journey commence. Now, today I have been invited to talk about and to dive deep into the hidden realm of love, of heart-based consciousness, of inner exploration, as we individually and collectively explore this hidden dimension, this hidden realm, and explore the darkness within, the darkness that escapes the mind, the darkness that the mind often tries to run away from. And it is important that we make as healthy intention and effort as we can in our own ways, because we're not going to be perfect. We're not going to deliver the perfect response in every situation, but if we can have and curate a healthy intention and outward effort in our own way, cultivating our own perspectives and insights and lessons and techniques, then we will yield what is meant for us through this practice. Because without this practice, the mind leads in circles, in karmic circles, eating itself, consuming itself, because it's hiding from the darkness, so it's blind. It doesn't go into the darkness to find what is beyond the darkness, what is within the darkness, what is calling from the darkness, i.e. the unknown, i.e. inward expression, because we have a lot of quantifiable definitions and measurements for our material world. You know, we have labels, we have numbers, we have measurements. You know, we can articulate the material world to a effective degree where we've created comfort and abundance in our societies, which is fantastic. But there reaches a limit. You know, there's a plateau where the mind can only go, so the mind can only see as far as your heart and your internal expression can see. If your level of consciousness and your level of awareness and your level of roots, the depth of your roots that grow inward only reach so far, then your mind can only operate on that perspective. You can visualize it as a light, you know. If the light is turned on halfway, well, then the mind's going to operate as far as the light reaches. But then it gets to a point where it can't see anymore, it's just pitch black. And then the mind's like, whoa, I don't deal with the pitch black, I don't deal with the unknown, because that's not its skill set. Its skill set is to work with what the heart-centered consciousness, inward expression, through introspection and internal understanding and connecting with your heart within allows the mind to work with the light that produces, that projects outwardly. And that will be an ebb and flow. There'll be moments where you're going outward with your mind, working with the light that the heart offers, and there'll be moments where you'd be called to come inward to expand that light, to renew that light, to reach beyond the current parameters that the mind is operating in. That can be challenging because the mind gets wrapped up in its own grandeur, in its own ideas, and its own ambitions and desires. So the challenge in that is believing in your inward work, in your heart-centered expression and knowledge and wisdom, that within that space, within that internal space, within the practice of coming in as well as out, there is incredible value there. Incredible value. Unknown value, which is important. It's unknown, which is when the mind will rationalize itself out of that practice, because it can't quantify that, it can't label that, it can't define it, it can't control it, it can't put dates on it. So it will never instigate that direction. It'd be up to you as you explore, as you go in, as you approach the mystical elements, the mystical dimensions of your being. And that is important, because we are here to learn, we are here to discover. And what we have now in our life and in the world is a state of consciousness that the mind operates in. So by going inward and exploring your consciousness and exploring what it is exactly you're experiencing inwardly, in your heart, you will then unlock certain pathways inwardly that will then project outwardly, i.e. brightening the inward light to project greater outwardly. Thus the mind can see more and will branch out more. So if you were to take anything from this video, it is to reconnect with the heart expression, reconnect with how you feel, not only how you think. Because there are two levels of intelligence, two tools for creation that are important. And it's important to understand their skill sets and their places and their practices. So if you have the courage to go inwards, to sacrifice, maybe you have some intellectual, or you have some desires or some impulses, you really want to achieve this, you really want to earn X amount of money, you really want to get that, you really want to rush to achieve a certain material goal. Maybe having the bravery and the courage to not completely sacrifice the goal, but to take it slower in order to give you time and moments to come inwardly, to really feel what is going on. Because there's a world out there, there is a world in here that is innumerable, unquantifiable, undefinable, uncontrollable, mystical. And we haven't even touched the sides. We have no idea what exists in here, in our hearts, in our beings, in our mystical selves, in our darkness, in our unknowns. And everyone will be able to get glimpses of that world through their own techniques, through their own sensibilities, through their own natural expressions of the inward ideal, for the inward practice. So take time to go inwards, to feel, to explore, to learn what it is exactly is going on. Because the intellect and the world doesn't know. It will feign knowledge. It has knowledge of the outward world. It can quantify it, it can measure it, it can produce rockets and computers. Fantastic. However, there is no guideline. The government won't tell you because they don't know. Medicine won't tell you because they don't know. law doesn't know, business doesn't know. And there's a place for that. But the true adventure and the sense of curiosity, of true innovation lies within, because we have, as a species, created so much outwardly and explored so much outwardly, but internally there is no call for it, there is no ambition for it. So that leaves incredible opportunity, and those people that decide to say, I'm not gonna spend all my time trying to get loads of money and run a business and build my career in X, Y, and Z, and say, I'm going to do these things in moderation, but I'm also going to do the internal exploration, because it is an adventure. You're diving into the unknown, and you will uncover unknown aspects of yourself, which also lie in the collective, that will help tremendously in the progression of our species. So take it on yourself, rekindle the spirit for adventure, harness your curiosity, and explore your hearts. Good luck. Bye.